Hello, my name is Garima. Welcome back to the channel. If you are preparing for CSCA exam, this series will help you. Today we will complete 10 questions of January 2026. Now we will move to question number 1. The 26th International Conference on Weights and Measure decided to redefine the basic unit of mass, which came into effect on May 20, 2019. The basic unit of mass is, we know that mass is measured in kilogram, so the unit of mass is kg. So option A is correct. Question number 2. The gravitational acceleration on the surface of moon is about one-sixth of that on Earth. If the gravity of an object on Earth is 120 Newton, its gravity on Moon is. Here, given that acceleration on Moon is 1 by 6 of acceleration on Earth. So we know that weight is directly proportional to gravity. So weight on Moon will be one-sixth of weight on Earth. So that will be equal to 1 by 6 into 120, that is equal to 20 Newton. So option C is correct. Question number 3. The natural length of spring is zero point 0.7 meter and its spring constant K is 10 Newton per meter. When a force of 3 Newton is applied to the spring, its new length is. Initially, the natural length of spring is zero point 0.7 meter and spring constant K is given as 10 Newton per meter. So when we apply a force of 3 Newton, so we know that force is equal to K times X. So X is equal to force by K. We will put the value of force, that is given as 3, and K is given as 10. When we solve this, we will get X is equal to zero point 0.3 meter. So the new length of the spring will become the initial length, that is L plus X will be equal to zero point 0.7 plus zero point 0.3. So new length will become 1 meter. So option B is correct. Question number 4. Suppose that an object is subjected to two forces F1 and F2. Given that F1 is 3 Newton and F2 is 5 Newton, the magnitude of resultant force of these two forces can be. Here F1 is equal to 3 Newton and F2 is equal to 5 Newton. So resultant force always lies between maximum force and minimum force. So here minimum force is F1 minus F2, which is equal to 3 minus 5, and maximum force, that is F1 plus F2, which is 3 plus 5. So the resultant force will lie between 2 to 8. Here the options A, B and C, that is 2 Newton, 5 Newton and 8 Newton. All these forces will lie between 2 to 8 Newton. Only 9 Newton will not lie between this this force. So accordingly option D is correct. Question number 5. In a uniform magnetic field, a straight wire with the length of zero point 0.5 meter is placed perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. When passing through a current of 10 ampere, it experiences an ampere force of 1.5 Newton. The magnitude of magnetic induction intensity of the magnetic field is. Here length of wire is given as zero point 0.5 meter, current is equal to 10 ampere, and theta is the angle between magnetic field and the length vector. So force is equal to ILB sine theta. While rearranging the term, we will get B is equal to F by I into L into sine 90. So we will put the value of force, that is 1.5, divided by I is equal to 10 into length is given as zero point 0.5, and we know that sine 90 is 1. So we will solve this and we will get zero point 0.3 Tesla. So option B is correct. Now we will move to question number 6. Table tennis is very suitable for the characteristic of Asians and is the national sports of China. Which of the following statement about the table tennis is correct? Option A. When studying the flight path of the table tennis ball, we can treat it as a particle because only its position matters, not its size or the rotation. So this is correct. In option B, during the rotation we cannot treat it as a particle because rotation depends on size and shape. So this option is incorrect. Option C is also wrong because distance and displacement are not always equal. Displacement is the shortest path while distance is the actual path traveled. Option D is also wrong because the ball cannot be treated as a particle in all situations, especially when rotation is involved. So, accordingly, option A is correct. Question number 7. The radius of ferry wheel is r and the cabin rotates with the wheel once its distance and displacement are. Since the wheel is completing one rotation, so in one rotation displacement will be 0 because it started from initial position A and come back to the final position, that is A. So total displacement will be 0, whereas the total distance covered will be 2 pi r. So accordingly option C is correct. Question number 8. Which of the following statement is correct? Incorrect. A. The direction of static friction is always opposite to the direction of motion. We know that static friction is always opposite to the direction of motion, so this option is correct. When walking, people are subjected to static friction. This option is also correct. Sprinkling some fine soil on a frozen horizontal road surface would make it less likely for a people to slip on because the maximum static friction between the people and the road surface increases. This option is correct because when we sprinkle some oil on a road, it increases the static friction. Now, option D says that static friction acts along the direction of motion. This option is wrong. The static friction act opposite to the direction of motion. So, according to question, this option D is correct. Question number 9. Which of the following graph represent the motion of car moving in a straight line with a constant acceleration? We know that the slope of distance time graph represents the velocity and slope of velocity time represent the acceleration. So in option B, the slope at every point is constant. So this represents the constant acceleration. So option B is correct. Question number 10. An object falls freely from a height of 5 meter. The time it takes to reach the ground is, here acceleration due to gravity is given as 10 meter per second square. So when the particle is dropped from the height of 5 meter, its initial velocity is 0 and acceleration due to gravity is minus 10 meter per second square. So by using second equation of motion, we know that s is equal to ut plus half at square. We will put the value of s, that is displacement, will be equal to minus 5 meter, and that will be equal to ut, which is u is 0, so this will become 0 plus half at square. We will put the value of a, that is minus 10. After solving this, we will get time is equal to 1 second. So option B is correct. I hope you understand each and every question. If you liked the video, do like, share and subscribe for more such PYQ discussion. Thank you for watching.